Hey, what's going on? My name is James Mazza. I'm here to talk to you today about some of my philosophies and things I've taken out of this class that I believe will help make a person a better leader. My main emphasis today is going to be focused on communication. Uh, the reality is, you can't influence anyone in this world without good communication techniques. Leaders develop followers, and two effective ways that leadership works are servant and transformational leadership. Servant leadership, it really emphasizes on the relationship between the leader and his follower. In order to do that, and in order to see your followers grow, that all comes with communication. And then the second form of leadership is transformational. It's very similar to servant, but it's much more goal orientated. You want to inspire others to achieve extraordinary outcomes, but at the same time, you want to develop those leaders to essentially be you one day. You want to make those people feel valued. And if you're a leader, you want people to look up to you for the right reasons. That all starts and stems from good communication, though. And the book I read is called Wooden on Leadership. Wooden was a famous basketball coach at UCLA, 10 national championships, 5 undefeated seasons. His accolades go on and on. But he talks in his book, he was All-American basketball player. And he said, I'm going to get into coaching. When he got into coaching, he knew what to talk about. He would tell everyone what to do, but he had to figure out that the reality was he could tell them as much to do, but he has to tell them how to do it. And when you tell someone how to do it, it makes all the difference because they're learning. And that comes through good communication. Sinek, Simon Sinek, he has a video online, Why Eaters Eat Last. And he talks about the interpersonal relationships with people. The way that when you communicate things, that it's going to be more effective down the line. And he talks about shaking hands. Something so simple that it goes so underrated. And it gives a boost of what he calls oxytocin. But it makes you feel safe. If you don't shake the hand, maybe you don't think the deal's going to work. Or maybe you think it's going to work and you're nervous about it. But that human bond you have by communicating with the person, and not so much just communicating, but having that engagement. When you engage with people, he says emails are easy. Everyone can send an email. But leaders, if you want to be a good leader, you should communicate and you should give your time. You should give your energy towards meeting the person in person. Doing something more than just sending an email behind a desk, because you're never going to be able to develop yourself or develop the person that's below you. And I'll give you a great example. Jack Swarbrick from Notre Dame, he was the athletic director there. And in his videos, if you watched them, he talks about how one day everyone was just emailing back and forth, texting. And he turned off all his servers in his office. He didn't want to deal with it anymore. He's like, I can't do this. Like, how about someone walks into my room? And for the next hour and a half, he got nothing. No one talked to him or emailed him because his email was off. And finally, people start walking in and they're like, hey, Jack, what are we doing today? He's like, this is awesome. Come here. Let's talk. Let's have an engaged conversation. Let's give time and energy to each other because that's the way we're going to grow. If we want Notre Dame athletics to grow, we need to give time and energy. It's so important. And that's one thing if you look at an online class like this. It was tough. It's a little bit different because you're doing everything on your own. I've known Mr. Moser for a while now, but something that he did that was cool was, hey, let's try to meet up for a cup of coffee. Because something as simple as that is you get a better engagement of where the teacher might be coming from, or where a person that, let's say if you're in the world of sports and you're recruiting a kid, instead of just sending emails back and forth, you're on a phone with a person. You're getting an engagement. You're seeing if they're laughing at things. Even love. If you look at relationships, it's different today. Half it's online. It's crazy. But you need to be an effective communicator. Effective. Because you get boosts of serotonin and oxytocin. It all comes from good communication. And if you want to be a good servant leader, if you want to be a good transformational leader, you want to be a good coach, a good employee in any job, work on your communication skills. Because I'm telling you right now, That's something that people will lack moving forward because everything is becoming so mobile. So the way that I'm going to end this talk is I want everyone out there in this class, if you take anything out of what I just spoke about, is to keep developing your communication skills, be engaged, give time, give energy. It goes a long way. And I'm telling you this right now. Communication is a skill that people will lack in the future. And if you find out ways to continue to develop and grow, you will be an effective leader.